Welcome to the LDN Radio Show, brought to you by the LDN Research Trust. I'm your host, Linda Elseygood. I have an exciting lineup of guest speakers who are LDN experts in their field. We will be discussing low-dose Naltrexone and its many uses in autoimmune diseases, cancers, etc. Thank you for joining us. The LDN 2017 conference held in Portland, Oregon, 22nd to the 24th of September, was a huge success and the feedback has been excellent. If you aren't able to join us, you can purchase the 3-day live stream recordings for just $80, or the 3 days plus 15 and a half hours of recorded presentations, including all the PowerPoints, for $365. All recordings are available for 12 months. CE credits are available for NDs only. For full information, go to www.ldn2017.com. This show is sponsored by our members who made donations. We'd like to give them a very big thank you. We have to cover the monthly costs of the radio station's software, bandwidth, phone lines and phone calls to be able to continue with the radio show. And thank you for listening. Today I'm joined by Sam from the United States, who takes LDN for Parkinson's disease. Thank you for joining me today, Sam.
Yes.
Could you tell me when you were diagnosed with Parkinson's?
I was diagnosed in 2005.
Okay. So you've had it for what, 17 years?
No, 12.
12. Sorry, did it the wrong way around. 12 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah, I'm a mathematician, so I figured it out fast.
It hasn't affected your brain, Sam, so that's good. So how did your Parkinson's first present itself?
Well, I started noticing that my left arm was not moving when I walked, and that was the first clue, and I was getting stiff, and I didn't know it's Parkinson's, but I went to a doctor, and he immediately said, "You got Parkinson's."
Wow, that was quick. So what happened from there on? Were you given any medication at that time?
At that time, I was in Israel on the way back to the States, and I was planning a big trip going through the Pacific region, and I was shocked by the diagnosis, and I spoke to my wife, and we've agreed that we will not start the medication until we get back to the States, and then we went on our trip.
Okay.
And then when I got to the States, I went to my primary doctor and I said, "Can you check me out?" They tell me I got Parkinson's. My primary doctor gave me a thorough examination, and he said, "You don't have Parkinson's. I see no signs." And I was about to jump up and give him a big kiss.
So what happened?
This was
Sorry.
the shock of a lifetime, and I was given a new life.
Yes.
But then 4 months later, I had trouble with my shoulder, I believe, and I had to go to a neurologist. And I walked in, and he said, "You know, you got Parkinson's." And this second time telling me that was worse than the first time.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what?
Because I thought I had gotten rid of it.
Yes, of course. So what other symptoms did you have then, Sam?
Just the stiffness and the arm not moving, the left arm.
And when did
Those were the two symptoms.
Okay. And
Those were the two basic symptoms.
And when did you hear about LDN?
I've spent quite a bit of time on the internet, and I happened one day to come across this, and I said, this looks interesting. And I read up all about it, and it did not start immediately, but it was in the back of my head. And then I live close by where Skip's pharmacy is. He's the biggest supplier of LDN. I live a 10-minute ride from him, and I decided to go in and talk to him. I talked to him, and I asked him, would it help me with Parkinson's? And he was very honest with me, which I appreciated very much. And he told me it probably will not help directly, but indirectly it will strengthen your immune system, which helps everything, and it will allow you to use the minimum amount of medication for Parkinson's. And so far that has been true.
So when did you start LDN?
I've been on LDN, I don't know exactly when I started, but I'd say 6 or 7 years ago.
Okay. And when you first started, did you notice any side effects?
No side effects whatsoever.
And did it help with your stiffness or your arm?
It did not directly help with the stiffness of the arm, but it helped me overall.
And how is your sleep, Sam?
How is my what?
Sleep.
I've always been a poor sleeper, and with the LDN, they say you dream more. I think I probably do more dreaming than I used to, but I'm still a poor sleeper.
Okay. And some people tell me that with taking LDN that they don't get colds or pick up, flu and things like that. I must admit, I've been on LDN now for nearly 14 years. I still catch colds and things, but has it helped you in that way?
Yes, I believe it has.
That's good.
I had many less colds. In fact, since I've taken it, let's say 7 years ago, I maybe got one cold during that time.
Wow.
So it has strengthened my immune system.
Well, that's good. And that is what you thought it would do.
By strengthening the immune system, it has helped me in every way. I mean, it hasn't helped directly with Parkinson's. I can't say that my Parkinson's is much better, but I do believe that the advancement, the progression of Parkinson's has been slowed considerably.
Well, that was going to be my next question. Do you think it's advanced in the time that you've been taking LDN?
It probably has advanced, but very slowly. I'm 12 years into Parkinson's, and I compare myself to some of the other people that I know that have it about the same time, and I seem to be doing considerably better.
Well, that's good. I mean, when you've got a progressive disease, to actually be able to slow up that progression, it has to be a win-win, doesn't it?
Yeah, and this is why I'm very much for LDN. I think it's not only for Parkinson's or MS, it's for many, many things, because it does strengthen the immune system. I basically convinced my wife to take it also, and she has some blood disorder, and I am absolutely convinced that it has helped her.
Oh, that's good. What would you say to other people who are perhaps a bit sceptical about taking LDN?
I would say this, that it is a pity that they are skeptical. I know I have a nephew who now has MS, and I'm having the most difficult time trying to convince him to take LDN. And I know it's been noted to be very good for MS.
Mm-hmm.
And his concern is that he spoke to his doctor, and his doctor said it hasn't been proven by clinical trials enough to prescribe it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what happens in most cases. Most doctors don't know anything about LDN, and some that do know, they're afraid to prescribe it because it's not approved by the FDA for any particular disease.
Mm-hmm. Well, the good news is that we have prescribers contact us weekly saying, can you put me on your list? So it's growing slowly, and the conferences and these interviews all help persuade doctors, if you like, that, and pharmacists are doing a great job in educating doctors in the use of LDN and backing it up. So hopefully we've got the ball rolling, and we will get more doctors on board, more trials taking place, etc. It's got to be good.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, the message that I could let out for people is it's absolutely a win position. There's no side effects, and you basically have nothing to lose, and you improve your immune system. And It's not expensive, these pills.
No. Well, thank you very much for talking to us today, Sam, and I really appreciate it. And good luck, and long may your Parkinson's, I would say, be in remission, but if it's progressing, that it progresses very slowly.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. The LDN 2017 conference, held in Portland, Oregon, 22nd to the 24th of September, was a huge success, and the feedback has been excellent. If you weren't able to join us, you can purchase the 3-day live stream recordings for just $80, or the 3 days plus 15.5 hours of recorded presentations, including all the PowerPoints, for $365. All recordings are available for 12 months. CE credits are available for NDs only. For full information, go to www.ldn2017.com.
So happy to be here. It's our second year here. The information gets better and better every year.
Yes, and we've found that the conference has been wonderful to be surrounded by these thought provokers, and we're taking information home that we could immediately implement on Monday.
It brings us into the future, into a very helpful therapy for Lyme disease and other infections, inflammation.
Such an incredibly diverse range of scientists from all different professions that are all focused on one thing, which is helping LDN help the maximum number of people possible.
Phenomenal doctors giving some tremendous speeches.
It's my first year at the LDN conference. It's fantastic, and we're definitely going to be back again next year.
Great conference, learned so much, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, so far, day one, it's amazing. Number one, the networking, meeting people that are like-minded and really wanting to learn.
So it's extremely interesting and clinically useful that you can get down to using LDN and other immune modulating treatments for so many illnesses. And I guarantee it will be clinically useful in your practice.
It's exciting to be here, interacting with people like-minded, open-minded, and what I call big brains. So they are fun to deal with.
What I found really interesting about the conference is the interest in the actual scientific principles of some of the conditions which respond to low-dose naltrexone.
So there's some people here who are just incredible in their field, helping with pain, autoimmunity, and they've personally helped me a lot. So that's why I'm excited to be here.
I feel that this conference has given me confidence in writing more, the LDN, with more guidance from thought leaders.
And I flew all the way out to Portland to come to this LDN conference, and it has just been great.
And so it's just really fun to be around peers and colleagues and patients doing it.
The LDN 2017 conference held in Portland, Oregon, 22nd to the 24th of September, was a huge success and the feedback has been excellent. If you weren't able to join us, you can purchase the 3-day live stream recordings for just $80, or the 3 days plus 15.5 hours of recorded presentations, including all the PowerPoints, for $365. All recordings are available for 12 months. CE credits are available for NDs only. For full information, go to www.ldn2017.com. Any questions or comments you may have, please email me, Linda, Linda, at ldnrt.org. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for joining us today. We really appreciated your company. Until next time, stay safe and keep well.